أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand the Quran the Easy Way, Course 4, page 12, pointer C, Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 85 to 86. We saw the first juz has 4 quarters. The first quarter we studied in QC3, the first 5 pages and 37 ayah. While the second quarter we studied in QC3, the 5 pages and 39 ayah. The third quarter we are studying the 5 pages with the 29 ayah. And inshallah, the last 5 pages, quarter 4, we will study in QC5 with 36 ayah. Thus, we will complete 141 ayah of the first juz in QC5. The first 5 pages we place on the right hand. The second we place on the left hand. Now the third time we are again placing the next 5 pages from page 11 to page 16 on the right hand. The 11th page on the thumb and 16 on the little finger. Let's to revise the pointers for the 12th page. The first pointer is covenant of blood. Second is killing and eviction. Third pointer is belief in parts. The fourth pointer is treatment with Musa and Isa and other messengers. Let's to place them on the finger. Covenant of blood, killing and eviction, belief in parts, treatment with Musa and Isa and other messengers. Once more, covenant of blood, killing and eviction, belief in parts, treatment with Musa and Isa and other messengers. The brief pointers are for the page 12, covenant of blood, killing, parts, Musa and Isa. Let's to go for the third pointer, that is beliefs in parts. The relation with the previous ayah is Allah is describing the Bani Israel's characters. Now this is the ayah of 2 days. Let's to recite it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة يردون إلى أشد العذاب وما الله بغافل عما تعملون. So do you believe in part of the book and disbelieve in another part? Then what should be the recompense for? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We were translating. So do you believe in part of the book and disbelieve in another part? Then what should be the recompense for those who do so among you, accept disgrace in worldly life, and on the day of resurrection they will be sent back to the most severe punishment, and Allah is not unaware of what you do. The next ayat is Bismillah Rahman Rahim. أولئك الذين اشتروا الحياة الدنيا بالآخرة فلا يخفف عنهم العذاب ولهم ينصرون. Those are the ones who have bought the life of this world in exchange for the hereafter. So the punishment will not be lightened for them, nor will they be helped. Let's to identify the words coming in these both ayahs. The Afa tu'minuna. A is a question mark. It's a harf. Fa is a harf. Tu'minuna is the mudari verb because it's starting with ta. Bibadin. B is a harf. Badi is a ism. Al kitab. Alif lam telling it's an ism mean the noun. Waw is a harf. Takfuruna. Ta is telling it's mudari verb. Bibadin. B is a harf. Badin this double kasra telling it's an ism. Fa is a harf, ma is a harf, jazau is a ism. Man has come here, ism. If this is ism masula. Yafalu, ya is telling is mudari verb. Zalika is the demonstrative verb, noun, mean ismu ishara. Min is a harf, kum is a zamir, ism, illa is a harf, khiziyun, this double dhamma is telling it's an ism, fi is a harf, al hayat, alif lam telling it's an ism, and it's a feminine because there is round ta at the end. Ad dunya, alif lam is telling it's an ism, and dunya is a muannis, it's a feminine word. Waw is a harf, yom is a ism, noun, al kiyama, alif lam is telling it's an ism, and ta telling it's a feminine. Yuraduna, ya is a ilamat mudari, so it's a verb, mean the fail. Ila is a harf. Ashad is a ism, mean the noun. Al azab, alif lam telling it's an ism, mean the noun. Wow is a harf. Ma is a harf. Allah is an ism jalala, mean noun of Allah. Be ghafilin, be is a harf. Ghafilin, this double kasra, the kasra tan telling it's an ism. Amma, it is made of an and ma. An is a harf, ma is a has here come as a ism. Ta'malun, ta is telling it's mudari verb. Ulaika, it's mushara, it's a plural. The singular is zalika. Allazina is a plural, ism masula. The singular is allazi. Ishtarau is a verb. Waw alif is telling it's a madi verb. Ishtara, yashtaru, ishtari. Al hayata, alif lam telling is an ism and it's a feminine because round ties at the end. Ad dunya, alif lam is telling is an ism and it's a feminine ism. B is a harf, al akhira, al alif lam telling is an ism and it's a feminine because round ties there. Afatu'minuna, a is a harf question. Tu'minuna, fa is again a harf. Tu'minuna is a mudari verb ta. Bibadin, in parts of al-kitabi, the book. Watakfuruna, and disbelieve. Bibadin, in part. Fama, then word jazau. He recommend then recommends man who yaf'alu does zalika that minkum among you illa khizyun except disgrace fi in al hayat the life adunya the world. The new word is khizyun, so we will have the phrase for it. Khizyun fil hayati dunya. Khizyun fil hayati dunya. Let's go for the explanation. At the start of this verse, Allah mentions Bani Israel's fighting among each other and that then using the Torah to rescue the captives. They all followed the book according to their wishes. They followed some parts and rejected other parts that did not benefit them. Now it's your turn. If kindly somebody like to revise it with translation. Okay. Bismillah. Afatu'minuna, so do you believe bibad in parts of Al-Kitab, the book, watakfuruna, and disbelieve bibad in part, fama, then what jazau should be the recompense, man, for the one who yafalu does zalika, that minkun among you, illa khizyun, except disgrace, fi in al hayat the life of this world, ad-dunya, fala yukhaffafu, so will not be lightened. The next, let's have the explanation. The life of this world is temporary and brief. No one has any idea when he or she will die and how he or she will die. We can't enjoy more than one meal at a time, and wear one dress at a time, and live in one room at a time. Dunya for us is the number of years we stay in it. The rest is irrelevant. Therefore, it is foolishness to ignore Allah's commands for dunya. So now it's your turn. If somebody kindly revise it with translation. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ulaika, those, allazina are the ones who ishtaro, bought, al hayat, the life, ad dunya, of the world, bil akhirah, for the hereafter. Fala yukhaffafu, so will not be lightened, anhum, for them, al azab, the punishment, walahum, and not they, yunsarun, will be helped. Let's have the lesson. The lesson learned from these ayah: follow the deen of Allah fully without leaving any parts. Secondly, remember the double punishment for those who follow the deen selectively. Third, extra warning for those who neglect the Allah's commands, Allah is watching. Let's to pray. Oh Allah, protect us from the practicing deen only in areas that we are comfortable with and leaving other parts. Evaluate yourself and make a plan. Inshallah, I will resist the desires of my nafs by remembering the double punishment mentioned here. Let's to go for the asma and afal. The asma yom is the singular. The next is shadid. The tafil mean the increase is ashad. Let's go the three letter sound verbs. Kafara, yakfuru, ukfur. Kafir, makfur, kufar. Kafara is the root letter and bab is nasara. The next is ghafala, yakfulu, ugful. Ghafil, maghful, ghafla. Ghain falam is the root letter and bab is nasara. The next is amila, yamalu, amal. Amil, ma'mul, amal. And mim lam is the root letter and bab is samia. The next is nasara, yansuru, unsur. Nasir, mansur, nasr. Nun swadra is the root letter, bab is nasara. So this is the table of kafara. Kafara, he refused. Kafaru, they refuse. Kafarta, you refuse. Kafartu, I refuse. Kafartum, you all refuse. Kafarna, we refuse. Kafarat, she refused. Yakfuru, he refuses. Yakfuruna, they refuses. Takfuru, you refuse. Akfuru, I refuse. Takfuruna, you all refuse. Nakfuru, we refuse. Takfuru, she refuse. Ukfur, refuse. Ukfuru, refuse you are. La takfur, don't refuse. La takfuru, don't refuse you are. Kafirun, refuser. Makfurun, the one to be refused. Kufrun, to refuse. Kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafir, makfur, kufr. The kafara is the root letter, bab is nasara. The next one is ghafala. Ghafala, he forgot. Ghafalu, they forgot. Ghafalta, you forgot. Ghafaltu, I forgot. Ghafaltum, you all forgot. Ghafalna, we forgot. Yaghfulu, he forgets. Yaghfuluna, they forget. Taghfulu, you forget. Aghfulu, I forget. Taghfuluna, you all forget. Naghfulu, we forget. Taghfulu, she forget. Ukful, forget. Ukfulu, forget your. La takful, don't forget. La takfulu, don't forget. Ghafilun, the one who forgets. Dash, ghaflatu. Ghafala, yaghfulu, ukful, ghafil, dash, ghaflatu. Ghaf and lam is the root letter and bab is nasara. The next is alima. Alima, he knew. Alimu, they knew. Alimta, you knew. Alima, he knews. Alimu, they knew. Alimta, you knew. Alimtu, I knew. Alimtum, you all knew. Alimna, we knew. Alimat, she knew. Ya'lamu, he knows. Ya'lamuna, they know. Ta'lamu, you knows. Alamu, I knows. Ta'lamuna, you all knows. Na'lamu, we knows. E'lam, no. E'lamu, know you all. La ta'lam, don't know. La ta'lamu, don't know you. Alimun, the scholar. Malumun, that to be known. Ilmun, to know. Next is Nasara, he helped. Nasaru, they helped. Nasarta, you helped. Nasartu, I helped. Nasartum, you all helped. Nasarna, we helped. Nasarat, she helped. Yansuru, he helps. Yansuruna, they help. Tansuru, you help. Ansuru, I help. Tansuruna, you all help. Nansuru, we help. Tansuru, she help. Unsur, help. Unsuru, help your. La tansur, don't help. La tansuru, don't help your. Nasirun, helper. Mansurun, that to be helped. Nasrun, to help. Nasara, Yansuru, Unsur, Nasir, Mansur, Nasar. Nun Swadra is the root letter. Bab is Nasara. The next is the weak letters, three weak letters. Jaza, Yajzi, Izzi, Jazin, Mazun, Jizaun. Jim, Za, Ya is the root letter and the pattern is Daraba. Next is Radda. Radda, Yaruddu, Rudda. Radun, Mardudun, Raddun. Ra, Dal, Dal is the root letter and Bab is Zanna. That is the Bab Nasara. Jaza, he rewarded. Jazao, they rewarded. Jazaita, you rewarded. Jazaitu, I rewarded. Jazaitum, you all rewarded. Jazaina, we rewarded. Jazat, she rewarded. Yajzi, he rewards. Yajzuna, they reward. Tajzi, you reward. Azzi, I reward. Tazuna, you all reward. Nazzi, we reward. Tazzi, she reward. Itzi, reward. Itzu, reward. La tazzi, don't reward. La tazu, don't reward. Jazin, the rewarder. Majuzun, that to be reward. Jazaun, to reward. Jaza, Yajzi, Izzi, Jazin, Majzun, Jazaun. Jim, Za, Ya is the root letter and the Bab is again Daraba. Radda, he returned. Raddu, they returned. Radatta, you returned. Radattu, I returned. Radattum, you all returned. Radatna, we returned. Radat, she returned. Yaruddu, he returns. Yarudduna, they return. Taruddu, you return. Aruddu, I return. Tarudduna, you all return. Naruddu, we return. Taruddu, she return. Rudda, return. Ruddu, return you all. La tarudda, don't return. La taruddu, don't return you all. Radun, returner. Mardudun, that to be returned. Raddun, to return. Radda, Yaruddu, Rudda, Radun, Mardudun, Raddun. Is Amar come on the other pattern, Arudud, Arududu, La Taruddud, La Taruddudu. Root letter is Ra, Dantal, and the Bab is Nasara. Let's to see the Mazid fi Afal. Amana, Yu'minu, Amin, Momin, Moman, Iman. Hamza Mim Nun is the root letter. Pattern is Aslam and Bab is Taf'il. Ishtara, yashtari, ishtari, mushtarin, mushtaran, ishtaran. Shin Raya is the root letter and Babi pattern is Ikhtilafa, Babis Iftiyal. Khaffafa, yukhaffifu, khaffif, mukhaffif, mukhaffaf, takhfif. Khafafa is the root letter. Pattern is on the pattern of Allama, Taf'il. This is the Amana table. Amana, he believed. Amanu, they believe. Amanta, you believe. Amantu, I believe. Amantum, you all believe. Amanna, we believe. Amanat, she believe. Yu'minu, he believes. Yu'minuna, they believe. Tu'minu, you believe. Tu'minu, I believe. Tu'minuna, you all believe. Nu'minu, we believe. Tu'minu, she believes. Amen, believe. Amanu, believe you all. La tu'min, don't believe. La tu'minu, don't believe you all. Mu'min, believer. Mu'min, that to be believed. Imanun, to believe. Amana, yomenu, amin, momin, moman, iman. Hamza Mim Nun is the root letter. Bab is if'al. Ishtara, he bought. Ishtara, they bought. Ishtaraita, you bought. Ishtaraitu, I bought. Ishtaraitum, you all bought. Ishtaraina, we bought. Ishtarat, she bought. Yashtari, he buys. Yashtaruna, they buy. Tashtaru, you buy. Ashtari, I buy. Tashtaruna, you all buy. Nashtari, we buy. Tashtari, she buys. Ishtari, buy. Ishtaru, buy you all. La tashtari, don't buy. La tashtaru, don't buy you. Mushtarin, buyer. Mushtarin, that to be buy. Ishtaran, to buy. Ishtara, yashtari, ishtari, mushtarin, mushtaran, ishtaraan. It's a babe ifal. Shin ra was the root letter. Khaffafa, khaffafa, he reduced. Khaffafu, they refuse. Khaffafta, you refuse. Khaffaftu, I refuse. Khaffaftum, you all refuse. Khaffafna, we refuse. Khaffat, she refuse. Yukhaffifu, he refused. Yukhaffifuna, they refuse. Tukhaffifu, you refuse. Ukhaffifu, I refuse. Tukhaffifuna, you all refuse. Nukhaffifu, we refuse. Tukhaffifu, she refuse. Khaffif, refuse. Khaffifu, reduce you all. La tukhaffif, don't reduce. La tukhaffifu, don't reduce. Mukhaffifun, reducer. Mukhaffafun, that to be reduced. Takfifun, to reduce. Khaffafa, yukhaffifu, khaffif, mukhaffif, mukhaffaf, takfif. Khaffafa is the root and Bab is taf'il. Let's to go for the grammar part. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way course for page 12 pointer C. So today in grammar, we will study the table of Karuma. Table of Karuma. Earlier we saw the feminine table, just like fa'alat, taf'alu, if'ali, la taf'ali, fa'ilatun, ma'fulatun. For the mazid fi, we took the example aslamat, tuslimu, aslami, la tuslami, muslimatun, muslamatun. For the dual, we have this fa'ala, yaf'alane, if'ala, la taf'ala, fa'ilane, maf'ulane. Then we have the passive table from sumia, yusmau. From the mazid fi, we have unzila, yunzalu. Today we are going to study this karuma table. Karuma, yakrumu, ukrum, la takrum, karimun, dash, karamatun. We will left now the only the isme makan, isme sifa, isme tafdil, isme mubalgha, and jamaat taksir. We will start tomorrow, inshallah, the ism. So we have studied so what feminine verbs, then the dual, then the passive. Today we are going for the karuma table. So we studied the sound word fataha, yaftahu, iftah, nasara, yansuru, unsur, daraba, yadribu, idrib, samia, yasmau, isma. We studied in QC1. Again, we repeated in QC2. Again, we repeated in QC3. Now we are going to add two more verbs in this. One is karuma, yakrumu, ukrum. The second one is hasiba, yahsibu, ihsab. The karuma from many words or pattern has come in the Masa. We will study the karuma. Look, Karuma, he became generous. Karamu, they become generous. Karumta, you become generous. Karamtu, I become generous. Karamtum, you all become generous. Karumna, we become generous. Karumat, she became generous. Let's to add the mudare. Yakrumu, he is generous. Yukrumuna, they are generous. Takrumu, you are generous. Akrumu, I am generous. Takrumuna, you are generous. Nakrumu, we are generous. Takrumu, she is generous. Let's to have the amru nahi. Ukrim, be generous. Ukrumu, be generous you are. La takrum, don't be generous. La takrumu, don't be generous you are. Karimun, the generous. Dash. Karmun or kramatun, to be generous. From karuma and its verbs, there is no maf'ul and no majhul. Remember. So this is the karuma table. If somebody want to revise, please come ahead and revise the table. Okay, let's go ahead. On the pattern of karuma, we have more verbs which are coming in the masraf. Let's to see them. Karuma, yakrumu, ukrum, karimun, dash, karamun, and karamatun. The next is hakuma, yahkumu, uhkum, hakimun, dash, hukmun, or hikmatun. The next is azuma, yazumu, uzum, azimun, dash, ismun, or azamatun. Kasura, yaksuru, uksur, kasirun, dash, kusrun, or kasratun. Basura, yapsuru, upsur, basir, dash, basrun, bisaratun. Kabura, yakburu, ukbur, kabirun, dash, kibrun, and kubrun. So these are the few. One is bauda, yabudu, ubud, baidun, dash, budun. So these are the most important one which have come in Masaf, and we will study only karuma, and we did the table of karum. So please note the mentioned words do not have any object, and the name of file is on the pattern of fa'il, that is a sifa. Let's to have a exercise book. write the meanings of the phrases. Illa khizun fil hayati dunya. The translation is, except disgrace in the life of the world. Fala yukhaffafu anhumul azab. Mean, so will not be lightened for them the punishment. Complete the singular plural. Yom plural is ayam. Khizi plural is makhza'. Shadid ashadda. So we did the 6 key for the kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafir, makfur, kufar, mean to disbelieve. Fa'ala, yaf'alu, if'al, fa'il, maf'ul, fail, mean to do. Ghafala, yaghfulu, ighfil, ghafil, maghful, ghafla, mean to become unaware. Amila, yamalu, amal, amil, mamul, amal, mean to do. Nasara, yansuru, unsur, nasir, mansur, nasar, to help. Jaza, yajzi, idzi, jazin, majzun, jazaun, to recompense. Radda, yaruddu, rudda, radun, mardudun, raddun, to send back. Amana, yu'minu, amin, momin, moman, iman, to believe in. Ishtara, yashtari, ishtari, mushtarin, mushtaran, ishtaran, to purchase. Khaffafa, yukhaffifu, khaffif, mukhaffif, mukhaffaf, takhfif, to lighten. So let's write the 6 keys of these verbs. Hakuma, yahkumu, uhkum, hakim, dash, hukmun or hikmatun mean to be wise. Basura, yapsuru, upsur, basir, dash, basar or basarat mean to perceive. Bauda, yabudu, urbud, baid, dash, bud mean to be far. The fail madi of azuma is azuma, azumu, azumta, azumtu, azumtum, azumna, azumat. Mudare is yazumu, yazumuna, tazumu, azamu, tazumuna, nazumu, tazmu. Amar is uzum, ozumu, la tazum, la tazumu. File is azim, dash, ismun, azamatun. So this is the complete table. You can see that Azuma, Yazumu, Rozum, Azimun, Dash, Ismun, Azamatun, and Zodmim is the root letter, and Bab is Karuma. So today we will try to make the passive voice for Madi and Mudare. For Madi first, this is the passive voice, Fu'ila. First letter have Dhamma, second letter has Kasra, third has a Fatha. For the Mudare, we have Yufa'alu. The first letter have, that is Ilamat Mudare, Dhamma. And the last letter have Dhamma, the before that have a Fatha. Let's to make Mazi. The first letter will have Dhamma. The second letter will have Kasra. The last letter will have Fatha. So thus we will have the word Fu'ila. So the Mazi is Fu'ila. This is the Majhul, mean the passive voice. So let's have an example. Fa'ala. I want to make a Majhul. What I will do? I will put the Fatha on the Dhamma on the first letter and Kasra below the second letter. So it will become Fu'ila. I have got another word, Fataha. Let to make it the Majhul. Put the Dhamma on first letter and Kasra on the second. It will become Futiha. Nasara. Let to make a Majhul. Put the Dhamma on the first and Kasra on the second. It will become Nusira. Daraba. Let to make a Majhul. Put the Dhamma on the first, Kasra on the second letter. It will become Duriba. Khalaka. Let to make the Majhul. Put the Dhamma on first, Kasra on the second. It will be Ulika. Shariba. Put the Dhamma on first and Kasra on the second. There is already Kasra on the second, so only we will add Dhamma. It will come Shuriba. Katala. Put the Dhamma on first and Kasra on the second. It will be Kutila. Kataba. Put the Dhamma on the first and Kasra on the second. It will be Kutiba. So the Madi Mudare is fuila, futiha, nusira, duriba, ulika, shuriba, kutila, kutiba. The first letter always have a dhamma, second have a kasra, and third has a fatha. That was madi majhul. Let's to go for the mudare. How we construct the mudare. On the first letter we put the dhamma as we did in the madi. On the last letter before we will put the fatha, and on the last letter we will put the dhamma. So we will get this word yufalu. The first letter, that is sign of mudare, mean the ilamat of mudare, that have a dhamma. And from the last letter before letter will have always fatha, just like ain. And last letter dhamma, because it's the sign of mudar. So let's to have an example. Yaf'alu. I will put the dhamma on the first, and before from the last letter fatha, that is already exists. So it will be yuf'alu. Yansuru. Let to make it mudare majhul. Put the dhamma on the first and the fatha on the letter before the last letter. It will be yunsaru. We have another yadribu. Let to make mudare majhul. Put the fatha on the first and the the dhamma on the first and fatha from the before the last letter. That will be yudrabu. Yaftahu. Make it the mudare majhul. Yuftahu. Rahima. First we will make it the mudare. We will add ya. It will come yarhamu. Then we will convert yurhamu. Kara. First make it the mudare. Put ilamat mudare ya. It will be yakrau. Change it. Yukrau. So the mudare majhul examples are yuf'alu, yunsaru, yudrabu, yuftahu, yurhamu, yukra'u. Let's have few questions. Translate into Arabic. We became generous. Nakrumu. Translate yakrumuna. They become generous. Three non-keys for karuma are kareem, dash, karumu or karamatu. Three verb keys for the hakuma is hakuma, yahkamu, ohkum. Translate kasharu. They got increased. Hal tabsuruna. Answer is nam nab suru. Hal ba'udu. Nam ba'udu. Hal hum karama. Nam hum karoma. Translate warizkun karimun, and good provisions. Translate yakburu fi sadurihim, increase in their hearts. 7 homeworks you know. Let's go for the prayer. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفر ونتوب إليك. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. Allah Hafiz. If you have any questions, please you may ask the questions. For the disturbance,